What's inside this case? So that's pretty cool. What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another video. My name is Franco Torres. I'm a guitar player based in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And today I'm going to be talking about this really cool guitar. It's the Acoustasonic Jazzmaster by Fender, made in USA. And yeah, let's take a quick dive into this guitar because I think it's a really cool guitar. I have to be completely honest with you. At first, I was not a huge fan of this guitar. I quite frankly thought it was kind of tacky. You know, but after getting it, I actually think it's really cool. The concept behind it is obviously not something new. You know, people have been wanting to play something, you know, like an acoustic guitar and an electric guitar, maybe all in one, so you don't have to switch from one guitar to the other. You know, there's piezo pickups for guitars, and guitars that come with that already built in, which are, you know, electric guitars first, acoustic second. This one's more of an acoustic guitar first and then electric guitar second. And quite frankly, I think it's really cool. It's a really cool concept. I really just bought it for a couple of gigs that I had with a cover band. We were playing quite a bit last year, and you know, we were doing some acoustic guitar songs. I didn't want to, you know, bring my Taylor out. I thought, you know, maybe I'd just get this, and chances are if I don't like it, I can just sell it. And I ended up wanting to keep it. It's a really cool guitar. This one's the all mahogany version, so mahogany top, mahogany back, mahogany neck, and then we've got the ebony fingerboard, which actually is a pretty cool grain on this one. And then, you know, of course, the difference between the made in US and the made in Mexico version is the fact that this one has 5 positions here instead of 3. So, you know, essentially you've got double per each one, right? So you've got, when you roll it back all the way, you've got one type of pickup. When you roll it all the way up, you've got another type of sound in there. So 5 different sounds. Most of them are going to be acoustic, and then halfway through the last 2 positions are going to be electric. And on the made in Mexico, it's basically just a 3-way, which quite frankly is just as good. But you know, this one does have the better wood and you know, the fit and finish of the Fender USA that we've all kind of like grown to know and expect from them. This one was actually very well set up as well. I have since then, of course, you know, adjusted the truss rod. I did change the little bridge pins, just put these other ones that I think look really cool. There are, you know, some of the Martin ones that are made of, I don't know, some kind of a space granite, or I don't know, but they look cool. They've got that little, you know, red inlay, which makes it look cool. So yeah, so why did I get this guitar? Well, again, I didn't quite like it. I didn't quite want to get one, but the gig kind of needed me to, you know, do a little bit of that. So could have gotten, you know, electric guitar with a piezo pickup. I thought, you know, want something that sounds more like an acoustic than an electric trying to be an acoustic. So came across this, and it's a really interesting tool. One plays a little bit more like an acoustic than an electric, but the lighter gauge does make it very comfortable. So that's kind of like what I was looking for. So I wanted something that was mainly my acoustic guitar, but that could, you know, break into electric sound if I needed it to. Because we have a couple songs where we just, you know, change between acoustic straight to electric. And I wanted to be able to, again, go straight from acoustic guitar into full distortion if I wanted it or needed it to, which I did quite a bit, and it was a lot of fun with this guitar. This is not for the person that's trying to get like, oh, I need an acoustic guitar for the studio. It's not gonna do that, right? It's not gonna be that beautiful sounding Taylor guitar that you take to the studio, mic it up, and you get this beautiful track on the recording, right? It's not meant to be that, and I feel like a lot of people online, you know, want this guitar to be that, and it's not, and that's okay. You know, it's totally fine that it's not, but it's more of a gigging musician's guitar. You know, if you're doing acoustic guitar gigs and you want to, you know, maybe change to an electric guitar without having to necessarily bring your electric guitar, you can do it with this one. If it's for the guitar player that's mainly playing electric guitar out, you already have your double electric guitar case and you just want to have something that does a little bit of the acoustic, this is gonna do that, you know, and it's also gonna be a backup for your electric guitar. And it's gonna sound convincing too in both of those scenarios. You know, it's not necessarily meant to be the perfect studio guitar, right? It's not gonna be a perfect electric guitar. For an electric guitar, quite frankly, you own your electric guitar. And for an acoustic guitar for the studio, and for an acoustic guitar for the studio, you own an acoustic guitar that you can mic up and, you know, do whatever you want with it. This is more of a player's guitar, in my perspective, you know. It's super comfortable, plays very well. Again, fits in my electric guitar case with my other electric guitar. And I can take the two of them and do electric on both, or acoustic on this one as well, which I think is really cool. It definitely looks super cool. The mahogany I absolutely love. I think it looks fantastic, especially when you're out playing. I'll try to find the photo and, you know, post it on here. But yeah, it's a really interesting guitar. I was not expecting to like it as much as I have. It's very comfortable. You know, you can play, and as you can see, you know, I'm using the little DJI mic. It's got a really, you know, kind of like nice ring to it. Obviously not too over the top. It's a, you know, really thin body, but it sounds good. You know, you can practice unplugged. It can be a really cool guitar to again, to play in your couch while you're watching some TV. You don't want to, you know, make as much noise, and also, you know, you want to practice in something that feels kind of like closer to an electric guitar. It sounds, you know, like an acoustic. This is definitely gonna, you know, do that as well. But what I'm really impressed with is just being able to, again, go from a really convincing acoustic guitar, because it is an acoustic guitar sound, to a, you know, really nice sounding electric guitar pickup. Obviously, you know, you're not going to get your tone knob, you're not going to get all of these, you know, maybe features that you would expect out of your electric guitar, but quite frankly, that's why you have your electric guitar. So it's a really cool backup guitar to when you're playing live, or kind of like a, you know, another acoustic guitar to, you know, take out and beat up instead of beating up your old Taylor or Martin guitar. You know, this is gonna be able to do all of that and more if you play with the different sounds. I quite frankly use it mainly. The first position has got like a dreadnought E sound, and I do kind of like blend the two options a little bit. And then I go into the fifth position for the electric guitar sound. I'm not the, you know, person to be fiddling with all of the controls. I just need it to sound well when I need it to, right? And I need it to do what it's supposed to do. So, do I think you should get one? Not necessarily. You know, if you have an acoustic guitar that you love taking out and that's the only thing you play out, by all means, keep doing that. Now, if you want to, you know, have something as a backup to your electric guitar, but also, you know, something that can do the acoustic guitar sounds of, you know, country gigs that you get, that you have to switch from acoustic to electric on a single guitar. This is gonna do that. And you know, if in the set list you've got an acoustic guitar song, electric guitar song, and acoustic guitar song, you don't wanna be swapping out guitars for every song. This is gonna get you through all of those songs without any sort of issues, really. It's a really nice sounding guitar. You've probably already heard in, you know, in the guitars that are, you know, on the undertone of this video. It's a really nice sounding instrument. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, consider subscribing down below, and I'll hopefully see you guys on the next video. With that, I play you guys off.